What's going on, everybody? It is I, on behalf of the GMRS Link Network. So, um, those of you that have been paying attention, just before Christmas, I fell victim to the Rona, and I am just now finally getting my momentum back to be able to get up and move around and talk and yeah, it was a rough patch there. Um, but anyways, this is kind of a Radio Box SN status update. this, um, I am the one that's back making them. I had Dane out in New Jersey making them for a while,
Okay, how's this?
and he got busy with life and whatnot. And I started creating them again, and I'm a little bit on the rusty side. Um, but I don't. This is the first batch that I've created in the house here, and I recently got a bunch of smart bulbs and shit, and I live across the street from the county building, and I have something that just, and I'm hoping it's something in the air here. I'm real hesitant on sending these. I've got three nodes that I've got made up, and I'm real hesitant on sending them out because there's something, and I don't know if it's within the box or if it's something that it's in my airwaves. Because I'm living right across the street from the county building, I'm thinking that there's something in the airwaves, but it just keeps chunking the system. There's a burst of static that just comes through, and I have never had this before. I don't know what the issue is. It's just a random burst of static, and I'm hoping it's something internal in my house. I hate sending these things out like this, but I really believe it is something that is in my house that's doing it. So I'm going to send this batch of three out and see, um, if they're having issues at the owner's residence. I occasionally get noise coming across my handheld, not like what's going on with the whatchamacallit, but I don't know what it is. The speaker in the radio is disconnected, but you could still plug a headphone into it. And I've plugged a headphone into it, and just I'll hear a random, and then the node hears it, so then it goes toot toot, and it's fucking annoying. And like I say, I'm not sure if it's something that's up with the nodes themselves. I am going to send a letter out with each of the people with it and kind of explaining to them, what's going on. I might even attach this video to it. And if it continues at their place, then I'll have to have them send it back. Um, One other thing that I bought these cases and they have glitter in the cases. I didn't realize that they were sparkly cases. That's the problem when you buy shit online. You don't really, and I didn't really pay attention. It said actually glittery on the thing. So I'm wondering if the glitter has something to do with it. I really don't know. But so I'm going to just send these three out because other than that random burst of static, they're working just fine. So I'm going to send those three out, wait for the people to get them, see how they do at their residence, and if they have the issue, then I will fix it. I'll get them back and possibly put them in a different box or something. But if they get them and they work just fine, then I'll probably open up the market again. Um, Adafruit did come available with some. Dane picked up a bunch for us, of the Raspberry Pis. Thanks to another gentleman out in California that lives over by Silicon Valley. He picked up a few pies for us. So right now, I think we're sitting with either 10 to 15 pies. So it's just a matter of me getting back into the groove of things and actually making them. I don't like the pressure, and I kind of get depressed. Like right now, I've got four orders pending. I've got three nodes made up, and I've got one on the desk. when I start feeling that pressure of gotta get it done, gotta get it done, gotta get it done, I get depressed, and then I just don't want to do it, and it's like, I gotta do it, I gotta fulfill it. So I don't want to open up the list until I have some made up. I want to have an inventory, um, and inventory of pre-made. So all I got to do is, okay, I got an order in, boom, out the door. Um, the other thing is, these boxes are made for GMRS. They're made for the GMRS purpose. And I have a funny suspicion a lot of people are taking them and putting them over on the amateur side because they're not connecting to any of the GMRS networks. And, a lot of people ask in the past, why has the prices gone up? And that is exactly why. Dane started at 801. He is now at 846. So he has made 45 nodes, but we have a total between the nodes I've made, the do-it-yourselfers, and his. We have a total of about 45 people connected. So where are the rest of these fucking nodes that we're making? Are they just sitting in a fucking drawer? Or you guys? I don't know what the fuck you guys are doing with them. If you're putting them on the amateur network, then at least they're getting used. That's why the price tag went up, is because there's another market now. There's another community of places where you could use it. So if you're not going to use it just strictly on the GMRS side, my whole thing is I didn't charge for labor because I got the benefit of talking to you. Well, now that there's other groups out there, I no longer get the benefit of talking to you because you're on another fucking network that's controlled by a bunch of jagasses. Or you go over to the amateur side with it, and I can't talk to you. So now it's time to make a little bit of money off of it. And, I mean, it's not much, but it's enough to, if I fuck something up, I could replace it. It's enough to, like with the Raspberry Pi situation. When I get them from California, I got to pay $40 for them. Well, I'm not turning around and jacking my prices up because there's a little bit of skin in the game where I don't have to worry about it. I could just cover it with the overage and not have to jack the prices up for you guys because the prices are up a little bit for a little bit anyways. So there's that question that a lot of people have asked. Why has the prices gone up? And that is exactly why. There's several reasons behind it. And yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that it's kind of nice that there's a little bit of a buffer. So now that I'm paying a little more for the pies, I don't have to turn around and charge you guys more for it. I just don't see as much, which I am okay with. But I'm hoping the nodes that I'm making, the people are going to use it on the GMRS Link network. That is the whole point of me making these boxes, is for people to be able to come on and talk to us on the network, on the GMRS linked network. We are not affiliated with anybody else. Not to say that we haven't tried, but the other networks on GMRS are controlled by a bunch of jagasses that don't like me. And guess what? Fuck you. I don't really give a shit. We are perfectly fine being our own entity. We do have our talk around hubs where, like Hawaii connects and shit. It's still part of it. But, where Hawaii connects because they are so far behind the regular time frames that when we're in bed sleeping, they're just getting ready to jibber jabber on the radio. So they occupy the 400. But as far as being affiliated with any other GMRS network, we are not. We're not affiliated with any of the other GMRS networks. We are our own network made up of each other. There's the GMRS.network is our website. If you look at the station status page, it shows you everybody that's connected to us right now and when they were last heard. Thanks for watching. Happy New Year's. And once I actually put the waiting list back out there, then, well, it'll be an order list. I will not be putting a waiting list. I will just be having the order list. Once I have some supplies made, I do have to get more inventory on the sound cards. So I have to order some of those. Um, Unfortunately, I am unemployed at the moment because of my sickness, and I you can't go back to work quite yet. So fortunately enough, there's been um, enough funds, but it's made it to where I can't replenish until I make sure I'm financially secured. Once I do that, then I can replenish the inventory, because everything's got to come out of my pocket ahead of time, and then I get reimbursed as the orders come in. So, thanks for watching. Hopefully, you guys had a good Christmas, and hopefully, nobody got hauled away for drinking and driving on New Year's.